Thank you for watching our awesome crash course. This is our series of 5-minute videos learning everything you need to know about singing and training and exercises. And this video is about learning how to breathe properly. So everybody knows about your typical breathing with your lungs. They say take a deep breath and you're going to go, but most people who have any interest in singing, they've heard about breathing with their diaphragm or breathing with their belly, which is like this. Now don't worry, our eventual goal isn't to push our stomachs out and look really fat on stage. But when you're practicing and training something, you need to stretch and you need to do something that might not be exactly the same as how you're singing. But when we're practicing stretching, we're going to try to push out our stomachs and fill it with air. This is independent from your lungs. They're two totally different areas. Watch as I keep this filled with air, my little baby of air, I can breathe in and out of my lungs. And I can go about my day and do everything I need to do while this is here. And when I want, I can breathe it out. As I'm filling it in, I'm not doing this. This is wrong. This is breathing in here while pushing my stomach out separately. I'm actually filling this with air. And now I'm exhaling it. And I can do this, do this, do this, and do this. There are lots of reasons you need both. Eventually, this is your strength and this is the control of your sound. This is where you should divert your energy. Later, we're going to learn to take our energy away from our throat. You see some people singing and their veins are popping out of their neck and they sound like tight and crappy. Eventually, you want to change your energy from here and move it down here. So this is where your energy and your strength of your singing is going to be stored. And then it's just going to act as a tunnel and the sound's going to come out your mouth. Now the question is, of course I've been doing this for a long time. How do you do this? If you have no idea how to do this, the best way to learn it, I believe, is to lay down. What I'm going to do is relax. And again, relaxing isn't exactly how we're going to sing, but this is learning and this is practicing. So I'm going to put a book on my stomach. I'm going to practice pushing this book up as I'm breathing in. It's easier to do this laying down. And if you practice this for a couple minutes laying down, your body and your mind can start getting used to this sensation. Then what you need to do is do the exact same thing standing up later. I'm going to put a phone on my chest. And my goal is to push this up and breathe in and have this move up and this not move at all. This should stay perfectly still and this should move up. Once you got this and you can do this well, stand back up. And now, try doing the same thing standing up. Keeping this not moving, keeping this still, and breathing out here. Now sometimes when you're singing, you need to breathe here. Sometimes you need to breathe here, and sometimes you need both. But you need to understand and utilize both at your own free will when you need it. It's very important. As a matter of fact, breathing is the single most important first step. If you cannot breathe well and control your breath properly, you will never be able to sing well. It's just a fact. So, get this as good as you can. Now this is just a step one. It's a big step one. But this isn't what you want to do on stage. You don't want to go on stage or get prepared to sing and go, and then sing. We need a good posture. So first, put the weight on the balls of your feet. about shoulder widths apart. Hold your head up high, a good posture. And now you want to keep your abdomen muscles strong. And as this is strong, and hold it tight the whole time, breathe in. And you don't want to fill it up 100%. If you fill it up 100%, you're going to want to burst everything out right afterwards, which isn't what we want. We want to be able to control. So we want to do this about maybe 60, 70% and strong. And maybe a bit of air here. Because if you never breathe here, you're going to run out of oxygen. This is not supplying oxygen to a brain. You need this too. You kind of need both. Fill up here, and let it out slowly. You might hear some people go like this. Now this has its usefulness. This usefulness is to allow you to hold your breath longer. And sometimes you want to practice stretching and holding your breath as long as possible. You know, if you're drowning underwater, you're underwater for just a couple moments, your body goes into a sense of panic mode. And this can happen while you're singing in a song. If you don't get enough oxygen, all of a sudden you're trying to gasp for breath. So it's good to practice sometimes holding your breath for a long time. But this is not practical while singing. You rarely sing like that. Some people do, like they're maybe holding a do, like do, and having a lot of restraint in their mouth. But this isn't what we want. We want a nice open passage of air at all times. You don't want your mouth to resist. So what we're going to practice two things. Breathing in, keeping this tight, breathe in, add a bit of air here, and out slowly like this. And you can practice this on your own. You don't need an exercise for that. And then the second thing we're going to do is breathe in. So another exercise we're going to do is breathe in here, tight, keep it strong. Pretend you're being punched in the stomach, okay? And keep it strong. And always hold it strong. And then try to push your fist out. Add a bit of extra air here. And now let out a circle of air. And you're using your stomach muscle to resist the airflow, to keep it going slow. Not your mouth, your stomach muscle. Again. Here. And try to keep a slow, even control out of your mouth. You should be doing this before you do any exercises each day. And at night, if you don't have the sensation, you can practice it while you're laying down a stretch. Stretching your diaphragm to intake more air is something you should do in the evenings. And kind of overdo it. Hold it like 110% and out slowly. Okay, thank you. So our next video is going to be all about your first vocal warm-ups of the day. But before you do any vocal warm-up, just do a bit of time focusing on your breathing. Thank you.